Scotland overcomes France from 21 to 3 down with 14 men. Scotland overcame the loss of Ben White and Zander Fagerson in a rousing comeback to defeat France 25 to 21 in an exhilarating Rugby World Cup warm-up at Murrayfield on Saturday. A largely second-string France was on course for a comfortable victory as it eased into a 21 to 3 halftime lead. But the Scots, despite Fagerson being red-carded in the second half, roared back for a morale-boosting win with tries from Darcy Graham, Pierre Showman and replacement hooker Dave Cherry. The shine was taken off the triumph, however, by the sight of scrum half White limping off with a worrying ankle injury. Just 4 weeks out from their World Cup opener against South Africa, coach Gregor Townsend said White came into camp with an ankle injury. They will also face an anxious wait to learn the fate of prop Fagerson following his dismissal. Townsend said, "Fagerson has to tackle better." The coach made 13 changes to the experimental team that defeated Italy a week previously, with most of his big hitters restored. Finn Russell was handed the captaincy for the first time in the absence of regular skipper Jamie Ritchie, who missed out with a minor calf injury which medical staff hope will subside in time for next weekend's rematch between the teams. In Saint-Étienne, the French started 3 debutants in flanker Paul Boudihunt, centre Emilien Gayleton, and wing Louis Bielbayeri, with Antoine Dupont, Gaël Fickou and Romain Tamac among a raft of established players. Given the weekend off, they seized the initiative in scintillating fashion in the 14th minute when scrum half Baptiste Quilloud was set free to bound over the line after a brilliant break down the right involving Bielbayeri and Mathieu Jalibert, who made the conversion. Then Bielbayeri found a gap on the left and darted majestically through it after being fed by Jalibert, who converted again. Scotland's woes deepened when White left injured after half an hour. White punched the bench in frustration before having his ankle bandaged up by medics and limping down the tunnel. The Scots thought they reduced the deficit in the 33rd minute, but a Duin van der Merwe try was disallowed due to a forward pass. A poor first half for the home side was compounded in the last action before the break when Cameron Wokey picked the ball up at the back of a ruck and plunged over. At halftime, I thought, here we go. First time as captain, and we're going to lose by 30 points, Russell said. We took another step forward today, but next week will be a different team that we face. It will show us where we are leading up to the World Cup. Scotland started the second period in brighter fashion when Graham ran to a crossfield kick by Russell and planted the ball under pressure from Ethan Dumortier. Just as the hosts looked to be finding their way back into the match, though, they suffered another blow in the 50th when Fagerson was sin-binned for a high challenge on Pierre Bourgrit. Following a bunker review, the offence was upgraded to a red card. However, the 14 men further reduced France's lead in the 54th when Showman bulldozed his way over. The Scots were rampant, and a Blair Kinghorn try was ruled out for a knock-on by Graham. Remarkably, they went ahead in the 67th after Cherry pushed his way over. Russell's conversion hit the post, but his penalty kick 6 minutes later gave them a 4-point lead. In the last couple of minutes, France had an attacking line-out and to scrums, but Scotland repelled them to cap a thrilling win.